Welcome, everybody, to the Warrior Waves Happy Hour. Thank you so much for coming on. I was telling Anna and Diva that I was going to wear a bikini top to the meeting, but I decided not to. So
We all should wear bikini tops.
we should have, it should have been the required uniform for the we're really excited. We think this meeting will last 30 minutes or less, but depending, we want to give you guys an opportunity to ask questions and stuff like that. I wanted to introduce you to Anna. I think some of you kind of know her and have seen her around in the background for the last couple of years. Anna Colosimo. I did it right. I met her, I don't know, many years ago, and we connected with Diva in Canada 2 Canada Pros ago, and that's where we started talking about forging a relationship between warrior and fit bodies. And it took a while for us to do that right. And we just recently launched that, as you guys know, as part of your membership benefits, that you get to go to certain resorts and teach all of the warrior programs as fit pros in exchange for a all-inclusive vacation. But this is different. This partnership is about our first ever retreat. And we've been talking about it for about a year. And I've just been zipping my lips and trying to wait and work out all the kinks and details. And we're so excited that it's coming together. So tonight we're going to talk about the resort itself, the experience that Diva and I, as your hosts of this trip, the experience that we want to provide for you, how it could look, and the options that you have. So thank you, everybody, for coming. Look at 54 days till ConCon. We're going to see you in June, and we're going to see you in November.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
so basically, the goal of, I'm glad Nicole was putting in the chat asking or talking about being excited for ConCon. I guess I want to just make a distinction. Like, the ConCon is going to be incredible, and it is going to be our educational upskill level up event, and we would like it to be an annual event in Eugene, Oregon, Warrior headquarters. But we also had this vision to put our toes in the sand with our team, and to have the kind of experience that is where friendships are forged that last a lifetime, and memories are made that last a lifetime. And so we really want this to be more of like even though we're going to be sweating and working and learning and being challenged and stimulated, this is going to be a place of restoration and relaxation and renewal and relationship building. So Anna, where do you want to go from there? Do you want to talk about the resort? Do you want to talk about the experience?
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, first of all, like just the description that you just made, like I'm there already. I want to be there and I want it to be November already. So, yeah, so let me tell you guys about the incredible place where this retreat is at. And first, I'll say that, within Fit Bodies, we work with a lot of different resorts, but there are perfect resorts for the warrior community, and this is one of them. So, Ellen and I early on when we were planning, we went through, a few different resorts and highlighted all the different, things that we could possibly do and what equipment do they have and, what's the right location and how could we get the trainings to actually, be executed in a retreat or a resort environment. And so, one of the things that I love is just instinctually, Ellen was like, yes, this is the one. And it was also the one that I really wanted to go to because I just think that the brand of Warrior really matches the energy of the Breathless brands. And so within Fit Bodies, we work with a lot of different brands, and Breathless is the one that is like very energetic, really fun, lots of entertainment, lots of like gorgeous places where you can be, spend time with people, take pictures, socialize. And so I think again, a lot of the just the brand energies between the two really matches. And so you guys are going to see that when you're there at the retreat. And I know that Ellen and Diva were both at a Breathless in Cancun I think it was 2 years ago now, right?
I think so.
And so that was where their first Fit Buddies vacation is. And this Breathless, so the previous one that you guys were at was the flagship. And then this one was newly built. So Breathless Cancun Soul is the place for the retreat. And it is a 5-star, very high-end luxury, stunning resort. You have literally views from like every angle where you could possibly be, from your room, from the 3 different pools. So where it's located, you're actually in Puerto Cancun. So you see these amazing blues, like turquoise blues, right outside of your room. And then on the other side, which sometimes you don't see a lot of the water on the back side of the resort, but there's a lagoon there. And that lagoon is also really gorgeous. There's a lot of nature. You guys have to pardon me if I have to clear my throat. Getting over a cold.
Wow.
So anyways, yeah, so the resort is just like top of the line, and this is where we had to go. And so we're really excited that you guys get to have a retreat experience here. You get to be trained here, but you also get to lavish in luxury in this amazing resort environment where, again, people are going to be waiting on you hand and foot, taking care of you in all the moments when you're not sweating and doing warrior. And so you have that to look forward to. So that's just a little bit about the resort. So what I wanted to do is kind of dive into maybe some of the experience, like the offerings of the trainings. Can you guys speak to that a little bit more about the retreat experience?
Yeah, so I'll dive in first. So basically, you do have options. You can make your experience kind of the way you want it to look and feel, but we want to provide some structure that gives an insane value. And to be literal about that value, it's basically $1,000 worth of training for included in this. So it's all 4 certifications. And I'm just going to pause and say that this is internal right now. This whole Zoom meeting and the marketing so far has literally been to you guys first, to our team, internal marketing. Anna's like, please don't sell out yet because I would really like to put this out on the Fit Bodies side too. And they are going to, but we kind of agreed that I wanted an opportunity to offer it to you guys first. And so that's what because we're going to do another webinar that is not for you guys. It's for the world and people that don't know us and aren't yet certified in any of our programs. We're going to be doing that too. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of backdrop there. So for you guys, you're either, if you're on this webinar live or you're listening to the recording, you're either certified in 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 warrior programs already. But it's so good to take trainings again. I mean, it's great to take a Zoom training again, let alone one in Cancun. So it's every time you take a training, even if you're repeating a training, you get so much more out of it. You learn so much more when you repeat trainings. I've said this before, but before I became a PIO master trainer, I got certified in PIO 4 times. with two of the presenters were the same and 2 were different. And I walked away better every single time. So we would invite you to take advantage of these opportunities to do these very special, unique, one-of-a-kind trainings, but you don't have to. So hang on. So the first day, we're going to do a combo combat and strength certification. It's going to be unique, super condensed, and super effective. If you're already certified in combat and strength, we invite you to come level up. One of us, and Mary's going to help with this too, is going to be able to do some upskilling and some special challenges for those of you who are already certified. And in fact, I'm going to have a new certificate for you, a superstar status certification, because we are going to do some extra upskilling. So if you want to come get recertified with some new credentials attached to it, you can. Now, if you want to go lay at the pool because you're already certified in combat and strength, you can, because we want you to have the time of your life. We want you to have the time of your life. Then the second day, the combination certifications are going to be Revolution. And I believe the bikes are on the roof overlooking the turquoise.
Yeah.
Nicole's dying. Nicole needs CPR right now. I believe Anna can speak to that, but I believe they're on the roof. The next day, day 2, will be a rhythm and revolution training day. And then the third day will be like, do what you want. And we want to encourage you. You can go off site, but this resort, and Anna's going to talk about this shortly. This resort is so stacked with amazing things to do that we would encourage you to take advantage of like being there and doing the things. So you have kind of a free day, or maybe we as a group, it's a small group, it's a 16, it's an intimate size. Maybe we as a group decide to do like an excursion together or something like that, but we have some sort of kind of free time there on that last day. Now, let me back up. Basically, it's going to kind of look like this. We wake up in the morning, we do a warrior workout every morning. Everyone's going to do that. Everyone's going to do the warrior workout. We're going to eat some food, some yummy food. And then we're going to go into the training piece if you want. Then we go into eating more food. We go into dinner, and then the party scene at Breathless. And I haven't been to this Breathless. Diva and I went to the one that Anna was just mentioning. We went to the Breathless in Cancun.
Yeah, Cancun. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the party vibe, I mean, the night scene, even though I wasn't dressed appropriately, remember I brought church clothes. I don't know why. I didn't know that it's like a clubbing type fun thing at night where you need to, I didn't know. So me and my church clothes, we had so much fun at night. There's so many activities and entertainment. We'll talk a little bit more about that. So that's kind of the structure of the day. We work out, we sweat together. It is just us. So one of the things Anna asked me is, do you want everyone at the resort to be able to work out with you? And I was like, no, I want it to be an intimate, small group. I want this to be us, like our thing. So it'll just be us. And so that's kind of a little bit about the flow. One more thing before I hand it over again. When Anna and I were trying to pick a resort, we did go back and forth a lot. How important is it that we have bikes, because not all the resorts are equipped like that. And how nice do we want it to be? And just so you guys know, I was like, I want it all, and I want it to be the nicest. And so that's what Anna is giving us. Okay. Diva talk about the party vibe and the scene at the other Breathless that isn't quite as new and nice and brand new that we loved, or Anna, go ahead and talk about the experience.
I'll throw in some party vibes and entertainment. So the cool thing about Breakfast, like I said, it is an ongoing, like we would wake up, it'd be like around like 9-10 o'clock. I'm like, is that a DJ is that a saxophone? Like it would start right away. And for those of you who are not into like party vibes per se, the other thing is it's just so much other stuff to do. Like they just had all these activities. Like one morning, I remember we got up, I was like, I can't do that today. And there's a whole nother pool. You can go somewhere else on the resort that's not noisy. You can vibe out. So you have that option. They usually have tons of restaurants. I was always eating. I like to eat multiple times a day. So there's like all this room service, all this good food, all those good cocktails if you're a person who likes adult beverages. I mean, we really had a great time. And if you don't want to do any of that, you work out and you go back to your room and go to sleep. Like the whole point was to create an experience. I do that. Like there were days I was just asleep. The goal is to create a warrior experience where you can live your best life and have the experience you want. So just keep in mind that one is going to be awesome. I like sun. I don't like sand so much, but I do like sun. So like I'll go out for a little bit, then I go back in. But you can do what you want to do. And we definitely are looking forward, before we open it up to the whole Fit Bodies world, we are looking forward to connecting with our community. Like that was the big thing. We wanted to connect with our community, not at a conference, not with all this like rigid structure, something more relaxed, because these type of experiences really do build long-term, lifetime relationships and friendships. Like a lot of us are at the point in life that's the only thing that matters now. You know what I mean? You want those experiences. So hopefully those of you who haven't made a decision to join us, join us. Go ahead, Anna. You can.
Mm,
Wait, before Anna jumps in, I
that
was
was beautiful.
that was beautiful. Before Anna, you go, I'm just having a little conversation in the chat with Nicole Printon, so don't mind us. But she just said she's only done the self-studies and never done a live training. And so it occurred to me, because I know that people asked for if we were going to record tonight, it occurred to me reading her comment that's probably true of a lot of our warrior nation, because we don't have master trainers yet in every state, as you guys know. And so a lot of you have gotten certified through the self-study, and there's nothing like a live training. It's not the same. It's not the same. I mean, the self-study will get the job done in a pinch, but the live training is, I mean, Nicole, you know, when you took like Revolution at a conference live, like it's just, oh, so that's great. Okay. Anna, will you talk about the retreat? Maybe share your screen, early bird. We have like a month left on early bird, right? About a month left,
Yes.
that kind of
About
stuff.
a month. A
Okay.
month and a couple of days.
Okay, take it away.
And I just want to circle back to a couple of things that Diva said too. So I think the quality time with the group is so important, but not only the group, like where do you get to access Ellen and Diva for 4 days straight? Again, even if you're at a conference, right? Like you've got your own schedule, everyone's doing their own thing, but like this is a really special opportunity to get trained with your program creators, with the brand creators, but also spend really special moments at the resort, you know, doing the same things, enjoying dinner, enjoying entertainment. So again, the lifelong connections, absolutely, but also these two amazing ladies. You're not going to get too many opportunities to spend that quality time with them in such an amazing setting. So I think that's a really big, a really big draw for the retreat setting. And then you also mentioned 16 people earlier, Ellen. So right now we have 10 people that are booked in. So we have 6 spots available. And like you said, we have the early bird pricing for until May 15th. So we've got like a little bit, a month and 4 days. And so I would highly, highly recommend for you to check out the details. We'll go through that page right now, and just, you know, wrap your head around it. As some people have asked about bringing their companions, like who can I bring? Do they need to be a warrior instructor? You can it could be anybody. So if you want to bring your companions, maybe you love warrior and they don't really know it yet. Bring them along. This is like the best place to introduce them is while they're on vacation. Everyone's open-minded when they're on vacation. So if your husband's, boyfriend's, children haven't taken your classes yet, this is a really great place to train them about warrior. And when I say children, I mean 18 years or older. So this is an adults only resort. So they do need to be 18 years or older. And then I have to comment about a couple of things. So Diva, my first experience at a Breathless property was in Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. This was 6 years ago. And I was just like blown away. I had never been to a place like this. Exactly what you said. You can do anything that you want for that day. So like you can be a part of the party vibe. You can wake up in the morning and go to the party pool and be there at 10 a.m. and stay until 6 p.m. and then go off to dinner and party if you want. Or you can be on the beach, you can be in the quiet pool, you know, you can be off doing like really quiet, serene things. And so one of the things that's really amazing about this resort is they do have 3 separate pools. You have this amazing ocean view on the floor. And actually, you guys probably see it in some of the photos on the website. It's like this blue checkered pattern. And so you get that, you're like right at ocean level, and that pool is incredible. It has a cool little bridge that you can float under. Definitely bring your floaties, your inflatable floaties. And then you go upstairs and you're like overviewing the ocean, and then the lagoon is behind you. And then you have the DJ that comes out, which again could be at 10 a.m. or it could be at 12. And then again, you get to decide if you want to be a part of that party vibe, but it's really, really fun. And then you have a super serene pool up on the top, which we're going to be having some revolution class time up there. So lots to look forward to. And oh, it says can I share my screen? Do you mind, Ellen?
No, I think I gave you all the power.
Do you want to continue? Okay, it says we'll stop the other participants' computer sound share. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah, that's
Yes.
because I was playing music. I forgot.
Okay. Okay, here we go. So, this is the link that you guys have hopefully seen before, but I wanted to take you through what the details are of the retreat. So as you can see, you can click here and go through photos. So you can see what does the resort actually look like. Take a look through here. This is the checkered pool that I was talking about. Holy cow. And then here's your gorgeous retreat leaders. This is the other pool. These are your amazing rooms. So all of the rooms are a water view, which is amazing. Again, there is not a bad view in this hotel. So going through the details, obviously luxury all-inclusive resort. You are going to receive you have available to you 24-hour room service. So just know, like, the amazing perk of having room service, which we don't have at our homes, and you never have to lift a dish or anything. It could be coming to your room. And then if you do want to go out and socialize and enjoy, like Diva said, there's incredible restaurants. So there's 5 restaurants on property. You'll have access to French restaurants. There's an Asian restaurant that's really incredible. There's an Italian restaurant. Like, these are gourmet restaurants. This is not like a long, long time ago, all inclusive was kind of related to buffet style, and that is not buffet. This is like gourmet, made for you meals. Well-known chefs, and so the meals at this property are really amazing. Obviously, daily activities, which Ellen went over. All of your gourmet meals and drinks included. Your ground transportation is also included. So that's really important to know. We're going to get you to and from the airport to the resort and back. What's not included is your flight. So of course you need to get your flights to the resort. You're going to fly into the Cancun Airport. Spa treatments are not included, but for our group, we do have discounts on spa treatments. So if you're a spa girly, you'll have that, or guy, you'll have that available to you. And then of course, resort tipping, it's definitely not expected, but it's appreciated if you want to budget for that and bring cash. And then you'll see, so right now we have 5 spaces left in the double rooms, and we have 1 space left in the single. Now, if you're like, listen, I need a single room and there's not any left, we can adjust these a little bit. So all you need to do is reach out to me or Ellen or Diva and say, hey, like, I wanted a single room, but they're sold out. We'll make room for you. So don't worry about that. And there is a tiny, tiny, tiny chance that if we get to 16 people, we might be able to increase our rooms by like 1 or 2. So again, don't panic if you see this sold out. We'll do what we can because we want to bring everybody. But it is a limited opportunity. Not everyone can come. And then if you scroll down this page, you're going to see the daily itinerary. So everything that Ellen went through is going to be here. You just need to click through. And you'll see, again, you're going to be welcomed with, you're arriving at the airport. We're going to take care of your transfer. You're going to luxuriously come to the resort. You're going to check in, get settled, and then you're going to have a meet and greet and a warrior strength masterclass with coconuts. Like, who doesn't want to do that with coconuts? And then we'll move on to the next 2 days. We're going to be focusing a little bit more on the training, but again, master classes first thing in the morning. And then our last day is a free day. So again, starts off with a master class. You have a free day to explore. Like Ellen said, there is this resort is so incredible with their entertainment. So their teams are actually recognized for the quality of entertainment that they bring, and their teams work really, really hard. So they are also tied in with the fitness and yoga that gets offered at these resorts, but they're running activities all day long. So you can think like volleyball in the pool, if there's, tournaments of any kind, if there is entertainment of any kind. Sometimes they'll teach like the aqua classes, which you guys could be a part of if you're not in the training. So these guys work really hard to make sure that their entertainment is at the top level. And they do have a really amazing nightclub at this resort. So you can stay up and dance and party all night long if you want to. Or you could retire to your room and, get some rest and relaxation too. It's really up to you. So you'll have an amazing final group dinner on the last night. And then on Sunday is the checkout. So that's November 9th. The checkout's at 10 a.m., but you guys are welcome to stay as long as you want. So if your flights are not at noon or they're a little bit later in the day, no worries. You check out of your room. You can still enjoy at the all-inclusive resort and, still have your great meals and still have a couple mimosas before you head off home, which is always a little bit sad, but the memories are really like that is what you've come for. You don't really know what memories you're going to be making, but those connections are so strong. And I can tell you from all the retreats that I've been to and all the retreats that I've led, I'm still connected with the most of those people in some way, shape, or form in life. So it is kind of like a family bond that you get to make at retreats like this. So I'm trying to think, what kind of questions? Should we open it up for questions?
Yeah, let's open it up for questions. And I wouldn't mind putting it on gallery view just so we can see everybody, if that's okay with everyone. And let's see, like that. And then like this. And then one more. And then I think we're gallery view. Okay. I was gonna say one thing before while you guys are letting your questions percolate. Mary and I just like one day after class asked the class if they were interested in coming, and like 5 people are like, yes. So Allie, one of her friends who takes class with us, like was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm going. And she booked. And then Lisa and Anita, they're kind of my front row divas, they booked. And then there's another 2 people in our class that are intending on booking still. So I was just gonna say, ask your students, like ask the students that you love that take classes, if they want to come. I was like really surprised by their level of interest because they don't want to teach. They just want to warrior and be in Mexico with us.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to be?
What questions do you have?
Well, it's just us. I just wanted to throw this out there. If there's something that we can do to help while we're there with the people that aren't instructors already, just kind of let us know what we can do to make everybody happy and welcome. And if there's anything we can do to help out, like, no, I'm going, I'm already certified. So like, I'm there to help too. So yeah, just
Yes.
let us.
I'm done. Like, especially those of you who are master trainers, like Laurel's coming and April, you guys are rooming together. I would absolutely love to put you to work in a good way. I definitely will take you up on that. So, and then
my question was, what time are the trainings and how long are the trainings? I'm going to all of them and I'm so excited for them, but I just want to.
I don't remember off the top of my head, so I might need to follow up with you offline, but I did do a tight outline. I did make an outline, but I don't think my tight outline is on the website. So I will circle back.
We said, Ellen, just because we have it here on the itinerary, I think we said like we'll do a master class around 10 a.m., take a break, and then trainings would be around 11:30 to 6:30.
Great.
Ish.
Great.
And that's probably tentative too. I'm sure that there might be some shifting of schedules.
Yeah, it might be a little bit organic too, depending on who wants to do what and stuff like that. So, Vianney, nice to see you. Rachel, nice to see you. Reagan, thank you for coming. Laurel's in the hospital right now. She said her daughter's water just broke. I don't know if you saw that in the chat.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I was going to ask those of you like Laurel and April that booked separately but wanted to room together. Can you, one of you, probably not Laurel, she's probably busy right now. April, can you speak to how you were able to do that through the website, like designate a roommate?
Absolutely. So when you sign up, it kind of walks you through the process. And at the end of it, it actually asks if you already have a roommate or if you need to be paired with somebody. So it kind of gives you that option. And so I didn't know, and I sent like an email making sure, and they responded really right away, and they had already connected. They saw that Laurel and I were both trying to fit it together, but kind of you do have to go through the process, enter your information first, and it's kind of near the end. It asks if you need to be paired up or if you have somebody in mind, and then it was able to link us. So it worked out. Very excited. We kind of presented together. It was kind of our first time presenting together, and it's kind of neat that we get to be roomies now. So
Awesome.
looking forward to it.
Yay. And then Anna, did you talk about, maybe I was busy reading the chat. Did you talk about how after the deposit, the payments are broken up into two? Did you talk about that?
Oh, we didn't talk about that. Thank you for that reminder. So yes, so when you sign up, you're going to make a deposit, and that deposit is $500. And then there's going to be 2 times in the future where you make your additional payments. And so they're spread out by a couple of months. And actually, I can give you those dates right off the top of my head. So just so you guys know, you don't have to pay the full amount up front. It's just to reserve your place and make sure that you have a room. And then everything's a little bit automated. So you'll get emails from the system that says, hey, you have a payment or you have an installment that's coming up that's due. And then you just go ahead and pay it online. So it's really, really simple. Of course it wouldn't let me. Oh, there it goes. It's it's giving me a bad gateway. It's not letting me look at it. But I'm pretty sure from memory that I think the first installment is due in June, and I think the second one is due in August or maybe September, one of the two. So again, they're not right now. I can give you more details on that if you guys have questions.
I took a screenshot of that because my daughter is joining us, and so she wanted the payment information. So it's $500, like you said, due at booking, $947.50. This is for the double room. $947.50 due June 15th, and then the other $947.50 due September 15th.
There you go. Thank you for that, Nicole.
You're welcome. I've referenced it many times already.
Very, very helpful.
And she's married to a CPA, so.
Well, there you go.
God bless.
I said I would put her to work so she could write off the trip.
Oh, which actually she probably can write off the trip. I don't know what your husband thinks about this rules wise, but it is a training and a certification. So
absolutely.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, Mary.
I have a question. As far as the airport transfers go, everybody will be arriving at different times. Is that something that we're all going to have to wait around at the airport and then all get bused together because it's included? Or is it something that they just keep coming back for us because they know when we'll be arriving?
Really, really great question. So it is done based on your arrival, and you will be in a shared shuttle, but it won't be from everyone from this group. So basically what happens is you'll get your luggage, you'll go down, you'll check in, you'll tell them, hey, I'm ready to go to the resort. They usually leave within like 5 minutes, maybe 10 at the maximum, but you really don't have to wait around long. And that's actually another one of the really cool perks about this resort. It's about maybe 15 minutes from the airport, and you would never even believe it. It's just like a short little hop, skip, and a jump, and then you're in paradise, and you're like, how did I get here?
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, it's really easy, and you don't have to wait, which is a big plus.
And
what else? Any other logistical questions? Questions about bringing companions? Questions about registering? No.
Mary's gonna be there Moon Dance too. So she bringing the big camera. So yeah.
That's gonna
Oh,
be awesome.
I actually I did have a question about that. Is that okay? I know you guys have already talked about this, but I know there's photographers on site at a lot of these resorts that have been hired out by the resort. So,
Wait, why are you asking? What if she has to say
Yeah, no.
I mean, never mind.
I'm gonna say no, yes. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say no. Yes, bring your camera.
Okay.
no? Why are
Yes.
you asking? Why are you asking? I'm right
Yes,
away.
yes, 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 yes.
Yes. Okay. Next question.
No, that would be a crime. If you are not getting content throughout this would be a crime. So
No, we're
absolutely
gonna
bring
get
all the
content.
cameras, all the lenses that you want.
Our
But do
videographer.
be careful, Mary. Be careful about traveling with them
I
and
know.
just about getting in and out of Mexico because sometimes when you're going to a foreign country, they might ask you about the type of equipment that you have, like why you're bringing it, are you working, all those things. So try and, bring what you need for what you need to get, but I wouldn't go overboard just so you just don't want to have any issues with that.
That's true. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, who's
Um,
ready to go to Cancun? Oh, we have
I'm
another
very
question.
ready, but I have another question. And just
Okay.
because I did go through and booked myself, and then I booked my daughter and I requested to be put with her. But how do
Yes.
I know if that happened or will
You're
it?
you're definitely rooming together.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I will be working on the rooming list and I know your two names, so don't worry
Okay,
about
great.
it.
Thank you.
Danielle
What
and
we're going to
Nicole.
do a little closer to the time is you'll actually receive an email from us where it's like, hey, we want to make sure that all your information is correct. This is your rooming, this is your partner that we're pairing you with. So we'll make sure that all of that is good before we send a final rooming list to the resort. And again, there'll be touch points along the way. So I'm sure, in the next couple of months, Ellen and I will talk about little things that you guys will need to know. And again, you might have questions that pop up, but don't worry, because I think your daughter's last name is the same, right? It's printed. Yeah, you guys are good.
But bring if you can't travel with the yoga mat, bring something. I guess we can do towels. If you have cycle shoes, bring them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Our videographer that does all of our professional videos for you guys for content, she sent me a link to this like really cool like pocket gimbal that takes crazy high resolution videos, and she was suggesting that we use it and like share it. Like let's pretend Rachel's going and I'm like, okay, Rachel, take it with you to your room and like show yourself getting ready. So we can make like take it to this, take it to that, take it to the pool, take it to the nightclub, so we can piece together basically like promotional materials to promote 2026. But I'm gonna try to get that going for us too.
That would be really cool. And that's actually a really fun idea. Like on the day off, especially because you guys are all going to be together. You guys could do some fun photo shoots on the property or around Cancun, or there's so many things that you could get into together as a group. And again, some of that is just like magic that happens at the time. But there's a lot of different ways that you can utilize this experience. Definitely to be there for the trainings, spend time with Ellen and Diva, spend time with your other colleagues and instructors. But also think about it as a way to elevate your own career and your own business and your own classes. Because you can capture great content in a beautiful place like this. And this type of content tends to be more viewed when you're in palm trees and blue skies and sand. So definitely going back to the business write-off. I meant that. I don't know who your CPA is, but I meant it.
It's her husband, but yeah.
Yes.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming on. If you listen to the replay, thank you for your time. We're really excited. Again, 6 spots left with a sliver crack of hope that maybe we could possibly potentially do 1 or 2 more. But we can't guarantee that right now. So 6 spots left. You guys get first dibs. There's about a month left on that early bird pricing, and then we'll be opening it up to the external marketing through Fit Bodies and their Facebook group and their Instagram and all that. We have Instagram lives and stuff like that planned. So we really did want to give you guys a chance first. Melissa, you're coming for sure. I wasn't sure. You keep commenting on everything, but I wasn't sure. She needs a roomie.
We'll get you a roomie.
Yeah, we'll find you a roommate. I actually think Mel, off the top of my head, I think there's somebody that registered for a double room that doesn't have a roommate yet. So there'll be opportunities to pair you, don't worry.
Oh, yeah, you needed to make sure your husband was going to be back from deployment. And he is going to be? Okay.
Yes.
Maybe Reagan could come, but I can't bring Fig, so she's like, I'm not going. If you don't bring Fig, I'm not going. Thanks, everybody. Any other questions? Anything
Hey.
else? Eva, anything? Mary, anything? Okay. All right. Well,
All
thanks.
right. Can we do like a toast? Can we do like a cheers? Whether it's like water. I even have a glass of wine here. Happy hour.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers. Did everybody bring their tea? Yes, I like it.
I got protein.
Yeah, that's the ultimate. Cheers, you guys.
Cheers.
I'm so excited for all of you that are coming, and I hope the rest of you also decide to come. It's really going to be an incredible experience. So I'm excited.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody.
Have a good night, everybody.
Have a great weekend. Nice to see you guys.
Buddy.
Bye.